What up, what up, what up, good people? It's your boy BTG, aka Bust Them Guns, back at you with another review. As you can see from the title, this is that review I promised. We did the pistols, top 5. So this is top 5 ARs, as well as a couple of honorable mentions. So let's start out with a little housekeeping. This video is for educational purposes only. We are in a safe and controlled environment. None of these firearms have been modified to enhance the firing mechanisms. We're not selling any firearms, nor are we selling any accessories. So we got that out of the way. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully you hit that subscribe button and hang around for a while. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. You know I appreciate the support, and we're glad to have you along for the journey. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. This is top 5 ARs, primarily pistols, but we do have one extended in the group as an honorable mention, so we'll get to that. But we're going to start out no particular order. This is random. This is just the top 5 as I selected of what I like out of the collection, what I prefer to shoot, and what I'm partial to. So that's just what it is. Not designed to be a best gun against what's out there, just my preference. So that's where we are. So we're going to start out with the big dog of the bunch, and this is that 50 Beowulf. So this bad boy here, 7.5 inch, 50 Beowulf. The magazine is empty. Weapon is empty. That mag back in for aesthetic. That nice Coyote tan. So this is what we're working with here. This piece here is made by Exotic Arms, Brother Spencer, out of Phoenix, Arizona. Put this together for me. So this bad boy is a monster. 50 Beowulf. And the recoil is not bad, but the concussion, the explosion in your hand, the vibration is next level. You got to feel it to understand it. So this bad boy doesn't have a lot done to it. It doesn't need a lot done to it. This is the Coyote tan as far as the finish. We've got the sight mark on top. That's that M-spec. And I like this because it's durable. Some people harp on the sight marks, but sight mark makes some decent optics. I've got a black one on my VR80, my 12 gauge, because it needs something that's going to hold that punch. And this bad boy's been holding up to that Beowulf, so it's rock solid in my book. Got the little shade on there if you're shooting outside. But this is nice. I've got some Sidewinder Strike Industries sights on here for some irons. So pop up. Low profile irons on there. Nice and minimal. So that's what we're working with there. Laying down so they don't get in the way. Just some little side panels on here just to give you a little texture on the side. I've got this plastic foregrip on here, this polymer foregrip, because you need something to hold on to that's going to give you a little stability when you're shooting this bad boy. I did have one of the Strike Industries aluminum grips on here, the little thin one, but that was not cutting it. I took that back off and put this back on there. You've got the nice hate brake on there for your muzzle brake. So that helps out with recoil, keeping that bad boy flat. He Cerakoted the magazine for me, so you got the military style metal magazine in the same Cerakote finish. We've got the anti-walk trigger pins in there. This is a single stage trigger that he put in here. The trigger in this bad boy is like that. So no take up, you're right on the wall. Bam. It's no more than a 3-pound trigger. This bad boy is nice and soft. So you don't really see the reset, you just feel it. Bam, just like that. Trigger is nice. Got a chrome bolt in there, BCG. That was something that he added after the fact. You know, I wanted to pick one up. It did have, I think it did have a Millenite in there, which was sufficient, but I did want to put a polished one in there, and he got some chrome ones in, so he hooked me up with that. It's a nice addition. See that 50 cal AR15 on the inside of the dust cover. See if that comes through. There you go. Yeah. So we got the charging handle on here. This is the Radiant. I think this is the Radiant. Yeah, Radiant Raptor charging handle. We put the Strike Industries Enhanced Castle Nut on here with a quick disconnect on the back. That's the SBA3. So we Cerakoted the top half of this and left the bottom black just to help with the accent on the colors. I added this on here. This is the Strike Industries grip. It's got texture on there. This is a real nice grip. Got the little pocket on the bottom if you do want to store something. I got it for the texture. So that's a nice addition there. And that's pretty much it. No frills on this bad boy. Obviously, you got your adjustment there. We got 50 cal on the buffer tube back there. Can you see that? Is that coming through? Yeah, that's coming through. Okay, so that's what we're working with. This is the first one out the gate. This bad boy here is a blast to shoot. If you put some of that 450 grain in here, it really gets nasty. But this is a nice piece. So we'll start there and we'll keep it moving. Let's go on to our next item. Let's jump up. Since we're dealing with big boys, let's jump over here to our 308. So this here is our POF, Patriot Ordinance Factory, 12.5-inch 308. And this bad boy here is lightweight for a 308. So they did an awesome job keeping the weight down on this. And we've got it set up. Well, let's go ahead and clear it. Magazine empty. Weapon is empty. That mag back in for aesthetic. We got some of those Lancer smoke magazines in there. We got just the angle grip on here, aluminum angle grip with the paracord up front. I don't remember the manufacturer of that. We've got the Enforce light on there. We've got some sidewinders, those same sights that's on the Beowulf. The lay down sights on there. Well, wrong side. Got the lay down sights on there. Flip that up if you want to shoot with the irons. But this bad boy here is nice. This is the burnt bronze finish. I did change the muzzle on there. It came with a nice muzzle. Just had a flash hider. I took that off and put this muzzle brake on there. This is adjustable gas block. These come either piston driven or direct impingement. This one here is the direct impingement. So it does have the adjustable gas block on it. This bad boy is completely ambidextrous. So you got dual controls on both sides for everything. Got the anti-walk pins in there for the trigger, and that's how it comes. This bad boy comes ready to go. This is there, I think it's the Warhammer charging handle on here. So it comes with that. I did change, it came with just a blade on there for the brace back here. So I changed that, and I found the SBA 3 with the burnt bronze finish. So we matched that up. So we've got that going. And this is that same Strike Industries grip here with the nice texture on the side. This one is just in black. So that's a real nice grip. Trigger on this bad boy out the factory. It's pretty nice. So let's see what we're working with. And it's a single stage trigger, so there's no take up there. You're right on the wall off the bat. Reset, short, right back to it. So this bad boy here for a 308 shoots real nice. The recoil is manageable. It doesn't huckle buck. So this here is a blast to shoot. So that's why this is one of my favorites out of the bunch to shoot. For a 308, short package, but it reaches out there and it gets the job done. This Monstrum sight on here is sufficient for indoor range. I don't have the capabilities to shoot outside, so I don't need anything more powerful on there. So that's a 3 times magnifier that gets the job done. But that's what we're working with. So we'll leave it there. 308. POF, 12.5-inch. Sit that down there. Moving right along. This is one of our builds. So this here is a compact little package here. I like this bad boy so much I went ahead and named it. I call this Black Ice. So this bad boy here is a build I put together. This is CBC is the upper on here, this rail system. This is, well, let me go ahead and clear it first. Magazine is clear. Weapon is clear. Put that mag back in for aesthetic. So this is chambered in 7.62 by 3.9. So this is your AK round in the AR platform. And this bad boy came out real nice. This is one of the builds I did from the ground up. On the bottom, we've got that Tyrant CNC, that nice machine grip on there with the rubber on each end, so you get good grip, even though it's metal. That's got decent weight to it. This trigger, this is my favorite trigger for builds. This is that R535, 535R, but it's the, who is my guy? Rise Armament, not Rise Armament. Damn, I can't think of the name of this trigger. But this is my favorite trigger for builds. I think it is Rise Armament, yeah. But the 535, if you know, you know. Comes in 3 colors. It comes in the stainless, comes in the red, or it comes in the black. Obviously we went with the stainless for this build, but this is a single stage trigger. So this bad boy here, you are on the wall right off the bat, no take up, pull through, bam. You feel the reset, but you don't see it. This is a sweet trigger. So we're running the Dur mags in here. These are supposed to be the best mags for the AK round in these AR platforms. So we're running these. We've got a mix and match of some of the other. We got a lot of phase 5 on here. This buffer tube, I stuck with the pistol tube here. I didn't want to put a brace on this one. This is phase 5. The castle nut here, the back plate here, this is phase 5. Charging handle is phase 5. This bad lever on here is phase 5. So see that there, skeletalized bad lever. We've got the anti-walk trigger pins on there in stainless, so that's a nice accent there. The safeties, not sure where I picked those up. I saw it mixed and matches at some point. The bolt carrier group in here, this is Young Manufacturing, so we got the stainless bolt carrier group. One of the big things on these that you want to make sure you're getting when you're putting these together, you want to make sure you get a designated 762 bolt head to go in your bolt carrier group. This one I picked up from Young Manufacturing. It was supposed to be designated, but the bolt head was still 556. And that bolt head is not big enough to reliably grab and extract that AK round. So I swapped the bolt head out. This bad boy gave me quite the headache for a while. I thought it was the mags. I was trying things, tuning the mags, but it turns out to be the bolt head. I put the correct bolt head in here, and this bad boy's been running. Dust cover on here, that's that carbon fiber from, that's my boys over at Ordinance Manufacturing, so I like that. The hand stops, that's phase 5. I like symmetric looks, so I didn't want to put just one on here, so I did the dual hand stops. That's just a regular muzzle brake on here, tank brake. Bought offline. This is the Romeo 4S we got on here. Found one in gray, so that just matched the bill. We didn't bother putting iron sights on here. It's such a compact package. But this is what we're working with. This is our AR-47, chambered in 7.62x3.9, and this is a nice compact package. For the buffer in here, I did put the Armor Spec sound mitigating buffer in here, that captured buffer, and no issues with that. It runs nice and quiet, and if you listen, you get no spring noise, and I like that. So that's working out. That's another one out of the bunch there, and we're going to keep it moving. Next, we will go to one of the favorites and most people's favorites. This is our Maxim Defense PDX chambered in 300 blackout. Now this bad boy here is sweet. So this is that PDX that was born out of a SOCOM Department of Defense contract. Magazine is empty. Weapon is empty. So that's what inspired this build here. They fulfill that contract and they start offering them to the civilian market. And this is what we're working with. This is a compact package. 5.5-inch barrel. It's got their proprietary short and buffer system in here. So that bad boy is nice and compact. This is the rip brace. So you can just rip that bad boy out and go to work. So we got on here, that's the Radiant Raptor charging handle. I've got some super low profile iron sights on here. See how low that sits to the rail. I got that pistol laser light combo up top. Got the ILTEC setup on here. And this bad boy here gets the job done. Run the Lancer mags in here. That's what I prefer with the 300 blackouts. Last time I had this out, the mag was dropping out. Just turns out I needed to put a couple of extra turns on that mag release, so I tightened that down a little bit and that locked that right in. So we're good to go there. This bad boy has the ALG trigger in here. It's not a super light trigger, but it's a nice trigger. So let's check that out. That is also single stage. You're right on the wall. Bam. That's about a 4-pound trigger. Reset. Bam. So for duty, that's a nice trigger. This bad boy here is a sweet piece. I like that brake setup, but most of all, I like the compact nature, and this bad boy runs. We've got the Strike Industries FDE angle aluminum brace up front there, just kind of topping it off. I love the hate brake from Maxim Defense. I like that big mouth muzzle on there, sending all that blast forward. but that's what we're working with. That's pretty much it on this bad boy. So I did put this grip. It comes with the Reptilla grip on there, and I just added that rubber sleeve on there to give it a little more texture. Didn't really want to change the grip. Might change it at some point, but that's just an accent that I added. But this is a super compact package. Get the job done. So let's keep it moving. That's 300 black out there. And we are at 1, 2, 3, 4. Rounding out the top 5 is our most recent build. And that's this monster right here. This is our AR9. Just recently put this bad boy together. And this is a sweet piece here. This is a 8-inch barrel on here. Let's go ahead and clear it. Magazine is empty. Weapon is empty. Put that mag back in for aesthetics. This bad boy here is some kind of nice. So this is a heavily carbon fiber inspired build. A lot of this is Fortis manufacturing. They're into that carbon fiber. The owners in the cars. So a lot of their products are going to be automobile related with the name, with the carbon fiber accent. So you get things like the Rev, the Torque, Camber for their different parts. But that's where that inspiration comes from. But this bad boy here, to take it from the rear, we got a mixture, but the bulk is going to be Fortis manufacturing. So starting back here, this was something I picked up, I found online. I think it's MSC Group that sells these skeletalized braces. You can get them in either a stock form or a brace. This one here is in the brace form. Underneath here, we've got the carbon fiber buffer tube. That's from Timber Creek. So this is actually burnt bronze. I've got one coming in FDE that's going to be a little closer match to the FDE on here. But those bad boys are hard to get, so it's back ordered. So that's what we're working with there. We've got the Fortis manufacturer ratchet castle nut on here in FDE. That's got the quick disconnect on there as well. So coming on up, this charging handle, widened charging handle, that's Fortis manufacturer in FDE with the side locking, so you can rip that out. And then hardware, we've got Fortis manufactured our safety, our takedown pins, that's Strike Industries, that's their FDE. We got our mag release, that is Fortis manufacturing. Our magazines, these are Magpul, but we took and did that carbon fiber wrap on there. These are skins you can get, and they wrap just like you're putting the grip on your firearm. So this is rock solid. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to peel. And with that cutout, that skeletalized receiver from Fortis manufacturer, and you put that bad boy in there, you get that FDE popping through. So that's a nice accent. Dust cover, FDE with the carbon fiber blend. That's Fortis manufacturer on top. We got the Hollison 510C on there, blacked out. We've got some Chris Vector, these Chris iron sights. These will just pop up with the nice and low profile. I like that. Up front, we got some side panels. That's carbon fiber. I picked those up from a company, I don't remember the name, but they do the carbon fiber panels. For foregrips, this is a hand stop, but they're reversible. This is Fortis manufacturer. So I just took and put them in each direction so my hand could fit in there like so. So instead of doing one, if you want to do one, you can go like that and grip it. But if you want to come in the middle, you can go like that. So I like the look of having the two on there. So that's what I'm rocking with. We got quick disconnects on front. That's Fortis manufacturer. And then we've got this light here. This is a laser light combo. This is actually off Amazon. This is Votatu, which they seem to be making some decent products. I've got one of their pistol weapons light that seems to be pretty decent quality. Kind of puts you in mind of the Enforce lights. Seems like they jock their style as far as the profile. But this is a nice light. This is made to where it can mount through M-LOK or it can mount on the rail. So it's set up to where it can be mounted either way. So I mounted it flat on the rail. You've got green laser and then you got the light set up. And the light is bright. It goes from, I think it goes to 1200 or it drops down to 1000. So it's got two settings on there depending on whether you double tap it or not. And then for the muzzle brake on this is SLR, is it SLR? Yeah, SLR Rifle Works. This is the muzzle brake. When I got this rail, this is an 8-inch barrel. And the barrel, well, let's jump back there first. The inside of this is inspired by the CMMG Banshee. That delayed rollback, delayed roller blowback system that's in there that gets you that super soft recoil. I have the 10 millimeter. They have that. So once I shot that, I wanted that for my 9mm build. So that's what's inside of here. This has the CMMG Banshee barrel as well as the boat carrier group. So that's what we're working with. But they only do it in 8-inch, so it's an 8-inch barrel. And this rail, this is for this manufacturer. This is a 9.6-inch rail. So I needed a muzzle brake that could get up in there. So I found this SLR, works. It was supposed to be FDE, but it came, they sent me the wrong one. It was chrome, so I rocked with it. And it actually looks nice up in there. It sticks out just enough to let you know you got a muzzle brake on there. But it actually ended up being pretty nice. So I'm not mad at that at all. But that's what we're working with here. This bad boy here shoots super flat. If you haven't checked out the video, check out the video. It's a review on this on the channel. And this bad boy doesn't move. It's a joy to shoot. 9mm. This is my first 9mm PCC on the AR platform. And I couldn't be happier with this. So, real nice piece. This rounds off the top 5. I've got a couple honorable mentions here that are staples in the collection. But we'll start here. This is, let me get my count, like 2, 3, 4, yeah, that's 5. So you can't do a top review without covering that Geisley Super Duty. So this bad boy here ranks up there in any collection. I was trying to stick with the pistol setups with the shorter versions, but I couldn't do the review without throwing this bad boy in there. So this is the Geisley Super Duty. This is the 16.5-inch. I thought about getting the 14.5-inch. I think at one point thought I had the 14.5-inch pinning well, but no, this is the 16-inch, 16.5. So on here, you see again, I got the Monstrum on top, 3 times magnified. That serves the purpose. I'm only really shooting indoors. If I get somewhere I can shoot different, then I'll change that if need be. But this bad boy speaks for itself. This is the 5 shades of FDE. You've got the Enforce light on the end there. This is the muzzle that comes on there. I've got a couple of hand grips on here. I did a review on this, so in the comments they were eating me up about the 2 hand grips. So this is so you can shoot no matter what your length of pull is. If you got the longer arms, you can get on this bad boy. If you're short, you can get up here. But for those with long arms, you can get on out there. And just gives you the option. For me, I can get out here or I can shoot it here. It's more comfortable to shoot it out here. But somebody else that's shorter, this will be more sufficient. So that's what we're working with there. The bread and butter of this bad boy, if you're familiar with the Geisley, oh, that didn't clear. Magazine's empty. Nothing is clear. All these were cleared prior to the review. But the bread and butter on this bad boy, and you can only get it in this model, is the trigger. That Geisley trigger, you got a little take up there, you on the wall, bam. I don't even know if that's 3 pounds. If it is, it's just 3 pounds. Reset, bam, right back through it. Trigger is super nice. They make nice triggers. You can buy nice triggers, but you can't buy this particular one. It's only available in these Super Duties. So that's where you get it. But nice setup. Got the panels on the side just to give you something else to grip on too. But loving this piece right here. Geisley Super Duty. Chambered in 5.56. So that's that. And the last honorable mention here is where it all started from an AR standpoint. And that's my baby here. This black and gold 5.56 AR pistol. This is started out as a super budget. This is actually my first AR. Started out ATI OmniMax. That's what I bought. Paid little or nothing for this bad boy. And I started sampling with it. This was my guinea pig. Trying different things. And I tried a lot. It's got many different iterations. One day I'll do a montage of pictures of all the different iterations that this bad boy is going through. But this is, let me go ahead and clear it. Magazine is empty. Weapon is clear. So this bad boy here, it still has the OmniMax upper and lower, and it still has the OmniMax barrel. But that's it. Everything else has been changed. I was going to change that, but I haven't had any issues out this bad boy, and I've had it over 5 years, probably at least about 6 years, and it gives me no issues. So it's accurate. As long as it's not giving me any issues, I'm not going to change the guts. I'm going to leave it as it is. But everything else I've modified. So it's got the Maximum Defense shortened buffer system in here. This is the rip brace on here as well. So you can get that brace out, go to work. It's got their proprietary buffer system in there. Got their boat carrier group, obviously, because you need that to run their buffer system. This is Strike Industries. This is their gridlock rail system here. And it comes with the panels. These panels are changeable. They come in different colors, red, blue. Obviously, I went with the gold to match the bill. Or you can get it all blacked out. But I went with this color here. The hardware, this angle grip here, this is actually Patriot CNC. So it's the pistol grip. You can see that familiar design there. The bad lever is a no-name. I just found that wherever I found it to match the color. Same with the mag release. That's a no-name. Same with the charging handle. I was just going for color on there. And so is the forward assist. You see that color's a little off. Another one of the top two lights on here, the laser light. And this one here you can see is mounted using the M-lock. So it's mounted right on the rail. So that's a nice flexible option there. We got the EOTech set up on top. I've got some cheap pop-up iron sights on here. They're actually kind of bulky, big, old school style, but they get the job done. You get a lower third co-witness through the sights, get that magnifier out the way, and you can get your co-witness on. This bad boy has a binary trigger in it, and it runs. So I have absolutely no complaints on this bad boy. It has given me zero issues. Whenever I take it out, it's a blast. I know I can count on it to run. I also put the Maximum Defense hate brake on this bad boy. With this Midwest rail, it's a pretty good sized rail, so that hate brake fits right up in there. So you got a nice look there. So this bad boy here is the OG in the collection. It's always a favorite, and it turns head when you bring it out. That black and gold just pops. This is another one of those magazines that are wrapped in the carbon fiber. This one's just all blacked out. But yeah, that's where we are. They even give you a little mag well on this ATI here, which they're still doing that. These bad boys, they're still making them. They're still selling like hotcakes, and the prices on them are still rock bottom. So for a starter AR, lightweight, it's all polymer. That's one of the knocks on it. That's why people think they won't last. It's all polymer. It's got some aluminum inserts in there in the strengthening parts where it needs it. So super lightweight, not a bad starter AR if you don't want to spend a bunch of money. You just want to have something to get out there. I definitely would recommend it. But like I say, this one here is tried and true. And I'm going to keep rocking with this bad boy until it gives me some issues. So this is the last one, our last honorable mention. So this is just my lineup, favorite ARs out of the collection. We've got more, but that's just some that rise to the top. And if you're not familiar with these, if you're seeing them for the first time, jump in the channel. All of them is full reviews on them on the channel, so you can go more in depth, see these bad boys in action at the range. That black and gold is a flamethrower. That AR-47 is a flamethrower, and the Beowulf is definitely a flamethrower. So if you want to see a fireball, check out the review on that bad boy. But that's where we are. I don't want to hold you. I promise this review, I don't know when I'm going to drop it. Obviously, if you're seeing it, though, I've already dropped it. So that question is answered for you. But it's your boy BTG, aka Bust Them Guns. Check me out on the other platforms. I'm at Bust Them Guns on all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and Rumble. So until next time, holla.